Investors crying scam over a cryptocurrency inspired by the hit Netflix show Squid Game.
One that tricked Americans out of more than $1 billion last year.
We're talking about cryptocurrency fraud, and one local man says it destroyed his life.
You can already taste it, the good life. You've picked out your brand new wheels and a new, cooler circle of friends. Hell, you're even seriously considering upgrading your girlfriend to a hotter model. It's October 2021, and you've just invested in this crazy squid coin. And man, it's just blown up 23 million% in a couple of days. $2,800 per friggin' coin. You can already see the dumb expression on your boss's face when you tell him to go shove it where the sun don't shine. This is it. Your ticket to the high life. Then boom! The developers behind the project pulled the rug right out from under you. The coin plummets to $0.
And now the mark. Oh! Oh! It went to zero!
When reality hits, you're facing your shitty car, girlfriend, and your average life, minus a hefty loss of money you invested. And the digital thieves behind the scam? Now they're driving that sweet car with that blonde babe into the sunset, 3.3 million richer off schmucks just like you. You were scammed, my friend, and you are not alone.
One of the meme coins I was in just rug pulled.
The worst part? You never even saw your swindler's face. Digital fraud has fleeced smarter men and women than you, and it will continue to lure in suckers as long as people have cash and big dreams. But this time, you're not gonna be the guy taking the fall. No, you're gonna be the one with the winning hand. And the best part is, cons like these aren't all that difficult to pull off. All you need is a laptop, a brain, a crazy coin name, and of course, hype. So let's leap into the Gucci shoes of some of the most notorious digital fraudsters and learn how to plan your very own digital heist. Crypto has been around since 2009, when a guy who went by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto invented Bitcoin. He was supposedly freeing up commerce from the financial giants who control the economy. Nakamoto is still anonymous, but that didn't stop this poor guy from being harassed for sharing the same last name.
Somebody put that fictitious name in there, Satoshi Nakamoto.
But it wasn't Nakamoto who dragged crypto to the dark side. It was people like Ross Ulbricht, the founder of the Silk Road, that drew all the shady characters who turned to cryptocurrency to hide their dark deals. But in terms of digital heists, Ruja Ignatova upped the ante on pulling off the big-time crypto con. This Bulgarian bitch on wheels was so stone cold, ice wouldn't melt in her undies. Ruja was the evil mastermind behind one of the biggest crypto heists in history, called OneCoin. And she got away with it.
We've alleged Ignatova founded and ran one of the largest Ponzi schemes in history, peddling a fake cryptocurrency called OneCoin and raking in billions of dollars from her victims.
But how does this happen? Crypto is a scammer's gold mine. It's the wild frickin' West, and there ain't no sheriff in town. If you're careful and follow the digital fraudster's handbook, that is. When it comes to digital heists, there's more than one way to pull the rug. You can do it either hard or slow, whichever you prefer. Most digital fraudsters prefer to pull the rug hard, like the Squid Coin rug pull. Investors were riding high on their profits, 2,000 times the initial value, and within minutes, it was gone, leaving everyone wondering what the hell just happened to their money. Soft rug pulls take a lot longer. Think Bernie Madoff and his decades-long Ponzi scheme, but with a modern tech-charged twist. They are more of an art. Crypto queen Ruja entices her victims in low and slow, so when you reach your happy ending, the payoff is way bigger. Ruja's drawn-out seduction earned her $4 billion. Now, before you start counting your imaginary millions, you're gonna have to learn the business, because you can't make any cash unless you create a currency first. The good news is, just about anyone can create a coin, but not everyone can create a multi-million-dollar coin. You might be racking your brain for a perfect name, but don't sweat it. Some of these crypto names are totally dumb. Just look at the Squid Game crypto. Does that sound like a solid investment to you? Who would be stupid enough to pay big bucks for a currency called Squid Coin? Well, a hell of a lot of people will, if it's trending. So much so that Dogecoin has a market cap of $23.9 billion in 2024. This meme coin is named after a real-life dog called Kabosu, and it's valued higher than the GDP of nations such as Fiji, Samoa, Malta, Jamaica, and many more.
Merit to Dogecoin, even though it was obviously created as a joke, is that it actually does have a much higher transaction volume capability than Bitcoin.
Or why not ride the wave of the current US election approaching, just like the Trump coin trying to make crypto great again?
There's a lot to discuss about this project. By the way, not financial advice. Do your further research before you invest your money. This is high risk, high reward.
Whatever your crazy creative name, you should go the tried and tested route. Build a coin on one of the big names in the market whose coins are legit, like Ethereum.
So that means you can actually launch companies and launch entire pieces of software on top of the Ethereum network and have it safe, working quickly.
Get people to trade in their ETH for your hot new crypto on the market, and your coin will start to be worth some real value. But remember, you aren't the only fraudster out there looking to get rich quick. There are more than 2 million different cryptocurrencies already out there. And without attention, your coin won't ever see the light of day. So you need to build major hype. The best crypto fraudsters aren't geniuses, they're just great marketers. So even though it's a scam, treat your cryptocurrency like a legit business. Start building your brand. Better yet, have some popular douchebag influencer endorse your coin in exchange for a cut of the cash. Extra points if you can get Tom Brady to say that he's in.
You know what? I'm in.
Because he's definitely a reliable source on all things crypto. Take some notes from the Squid Coin Con. They spotted a gap when Squid Game premiered on Netflix. People went nuts, and when people are going wild is a perfect spot to hunt your victims. The developers had a genius plan to ride the hype and offer shares in a video game based on the series. Gamers who loved Squid Game were hooked. The pre-sale on October 20th sold out in just 1 second. The hype around the TV show was so strong that all they had to do was sit back and catch the Netflix wave. But there was a catch. The game they promised to launch never happened, because there never was a game. When we look back at Ruja, the crypto bitch's playbook, this ballbuster had credentials up the wazoo, including no less than a PhD in international law. Dr. Ruja even appeared in Forbes Mag Bulgaria and strutted her stuff at a bash hosted by The Economist magazine. Like a hustler on steroids, she convinced the world that OneCoin wasn't really about making money. Her penthouse parties and lavish lifestyle were just for the shits and giggles. It was about uniting the world. Yeah, right.
The reason why I believe it is because I see all of you here. OneCoin is easy to use. OneCoin is for everyone. Make payments everywhere, everyone, globally. And this is who we are.
Whether you opted for a hard or slow rug pull, the biggest trick of the digital James Bond villain is to get out while the going is still good and spot the signs that the gig is up. As an emerging technology, crypto is prey to all kinds of trouble. Criminal hacks, exchange shutdowns, Ponzi schemes, rug pulls, and shifty scam artists all hide behind this developing tech to commit crimes. Take it from our Squid Game crypto pals. People started smelling something, well, squiddy, mostly because their website looked like it was written by a 6-year-old. But by then, they had their investors locked in with no way out. They were smart, unlike Sam Bankman-Fried of the FTX scandal. This clown-haired mega fraud was exposed by the dramatic rise in US interest rates during 2022. This caused a domino effect in the crypto world, sending investors into a stampede to cash out on their risky crypto investments. Bankman-Fried's FTX exchange collapsed due to this sudden rush for withdrawals, exposing FTX's lack of liquidity and Sam's shady mismanagement of funds. One moment, he was on top of the world, trash-talking a storm that he was gonna buy Goldman Sachs from his billion-dollar Bahamas crib. Next, he's facing a 25-year stretch in the slammer. Go figure.
Sam Bankman-Fried's regret. 3 days after he was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison, the man behind one of the biggest financial frauds in American history told ABC News he never intended to hurt anyone or take anyone's money.
Keep your ear to the ground for influencers, news, and investor complaints, because this is your sign to activate the exit strategy. And Ruja, the crypto bitch, started looking sketchy when she told her followers she would produce 50 times more coins and double the coins in everyone's account.
What we will do as a company, we will double the coins on your accounts.
The cracks were forming and her exit strategy was in play. But anyone with half a brain knows that's not how money works. She couldn't just snap her fingers and create money from thin air. By 2017, the Department of Justice was ready to make an arrest, but she was already one step ahead of the feds, and you should be too. You need a quick escape, so you better know your exit plan before you even begin, because disappearing requires a little help from the underworld. Your heist has to end with a cleverly planned vanishing act. Ruja did it in style. Once the shit hit the fan, she got her pretty little sociopathic ass on the next flight out to Athens. Like a demonic Cinderella, she left the ball with her $4 billion, and she is still on the run today. Most sophisticated criminals turn to the dark web to acquire an entirely new identity, but be ready to leave your old life behind. Florian Hahn, the hedge fund villain, caught a plane to Colombia with over $500K, most of which he shoved in his undies. But before his scam fell apart, he purchased a diplomatic passport on the dark web to avoid being busted at customs during his escape. Florian chose Colombia because it's easy to bribe and pay off authorities. It's a smart move to choose a hideaway without any extradition treaty with the US. Take your pick from Albania in Africa to Vanuatu in the Southern Pacific. Or take a note from James Eberhardt, the $14 billion telemarketing scamster, and don't choose a destination at all. This genius spent a sweet decade cruising on his yacht before the feds canned him. This is exactly what Jamie Bartlett, author of The Missing Crypto Queen, suggests Ruja is doing. He strongly believes Ruja is kicking up her heels on a luxury super yacht somewhere off the coast of Greece. Several witnesses have pinned her in the Mediterranean, cruising in a speedboat from yacht to shore. According to Bartlett, they had an anonymous tip from a super yacht employee claiming she recognized Ruja. She looked exactly like one of her VIP guests called Jura, living on board an ultra-luxury boat. Gotta love international waters. You can fake your death, but get it right, guys. Dodgy investment manager Marcus Schrenker sent bonus mayday calls from his private plane and then set it on autopilot to crash into the Gulf. But the FAA did their job so well that pilots caught up with the plane mid-flight and found it undamaged with the door open, with a missing pilot. Schrenker had parachuted to safety in good old Alabama and ended up arrested in a Florida campground. According to privacy expert Frank Ahern, the only way to successfully pull off a fake death these days is to literally leave an arm or a leg behind. Otherwise, no one is gonna buy it. Most criminals get caught because they make contact with family. Trust me, the feds are gonna be on them like white on rice. It's a better idea if you don't show your face to begin with. Like our Squid Coin buddies, it was almost too easy. All they had to do was close up shop and exit with their $3.3 million. No sex change, no face surgery necessary, no risky contacts from the dark web. But jokes aside, besides crypto winters and the 100 times the media has called the death of crypto, it still finds a way to bounce back. But how? Experts in economics label crypto as somewhere between the world's dumbest financial bubble or a way smarter version of a Ponzi scheme. It can't be outright fraud in a system like Bitcoin where the whole gig operates through blockchain. I mean, who is the fall guy? Crypto is making and breaking all the rules. But many people hail crypto as a liberation from the iron fist of financial giants who exploit us while using our money for all kinds of evil. With blockchain, you remove finance from the stranglehold of central banks and governments that reduce the value of money through inflation. This potentially global currency and emerging technology also speeds up transactions, removes banking fees, and eliminates the need for conversion rates. As we move into the Web3 future, the crypto industry as a whole, and particularly Ethereum, DeFi, and NFTs, will play a huge role in the future of the internet. Whether you call it a bubble or the liberation of modern finance, crypto is making its way into the mainstream. The Securities and Exchange Commission gave the green light for spot Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, which is a sign that crypto is well on its way to becoming legit. But amongst those legitimate offerings from the crypto sphere, there are just as many scammers waiting to take your cash and run. There have been more than 300,000 scam coins created and counting. So, now that you know how easy it is to set up your own digital heist, you should be more alert to the potential scammers out there luring you in with their number go up only hype. Here's some red flags. The scammers aren't registered to trade Forex, futures, or options with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission or the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. These U.S. government regulatory bodies offer investors a measure of protection from fraudulent activity, so scam sites are unlikely to register with them. Look for a company address, and if they provide one, check it out on a Street View map search. It may be bogus. Look for a customer service phone line and avoid sites with only app phone numbers, chatbots, emails, or contact us web forms. Do some research into the founders and operators' past. Ruja had some dodgy dealings in her past, and so did her partner Sebastian Greenwood, a veteran pyramid scheme scamster. Look for the company's key operators and their credentials in their respective fields. And the age-old swindler hype. Someone offering you insane returns? Yeah, it's probably a con. But the times are changing for the lawless crypto scene. In March 2022, Biden started looking into federal regulation for crypto. And more, the powers that be are looking for ways to rein in this new and unruly industry. So you better act fast if you want to cash in. But for now, the world of digital coins is still a free-for-all, and there are plenty of eager investors looking for the next big thing. It's like they're just waiting to be scammed, like they're waiting for you. Although, you didn't hear it from me.